계속하기. 소리 난다지?
Holmes.
숨어. 딴딴딴딴.
Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
이거요? 스팀 게임이 뭐지? 그냥 PC 게임인데?
Ah,
조작도
Lestrade.
겁나 쉬워요.
What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a
어서
better
오세요.
use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia.
PC 게임이요.
Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
홈즈 방에 가서 옷을 갈아입으랬어. 네. 아니야? 귀찮아. 아무거나 입으면 안 되나? 강도 복장! 이거 근데 어차피 알아서 되던데. 봐서요. 문을 열어라. 아이씨, 또 이러네.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
조사합시다. 공포 게임 아니야. 흐흐흐 무섭지. 흐흐흐 무섭지.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
흐흐흐. 흐흐흐. 내가 더 무서워? 아니야? 그래, 내가 홈즈다.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to
네.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a
3인칭
detective.
시점.
No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
아, 1인칭 시점인가?
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
다음 파
Madam,
시작을 못
can you
하겠어, 나.
tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
이거 다음 파수로 하려고 했는데 아씨 이거 어떻게
Was
하는지
your
모르겠어.
husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
맛있겠죠.
Can you
샐러리.
please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
다음 판 못 켰어요 결국.
Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
뒤로 앞으로? 뒤로? 목걸이. 어머 어머 어머! 어머 야이라. 풀박스가 뭐지?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
잠깐.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
러브님이
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes.
생각하시는 그 범인 아니에요.
Thank you, madam.
살을 가야 되나? 소설인가?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
깔끔하게 정리돼 있어. 하이 아저씨.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
그래서 열어줄 거야?
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
그래, 빨리 열어.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Let me see. Let me see. 탐정의 눈. 자물쇠. 긁힌 자국. 누구야?
These scratches are fresh.
이거 러브님 짓이네. 아니, 처음부터 다시
You're
해달라
right.
그래서요.
Someone tried to force open the door.
빠르게 갈 거예요,
I
빠르게.
swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
범인 아무도 모르잖아요.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
실수 없이.
He's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
아닌다. 윤종님은 어저께 범인을 보셨나? 그럼 나 실수 없이 할 거야. 깜짝이야. 또 봐도 놀라네. 자, 탐정의 눈으로 봅시다.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the
했는데도
shelf.
놀래.
An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small
아, 갑자기
chest,
튀어나오는 거
perhaps.
너무 놀래. 그래? 상자. 러브님이 가져갔구나. 범인은 바로 너야.
Harpoons for hunt. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
범인은 이 안에 있어. 아, 해보고 싶었어요. 아, 왜 이래?
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
팔문? 팔문이면 몇 센치야? 몇 밀이야? 다른 특이사항은
Old
없나?
navigation instruments. Nothing interesting. Harpoons for hunting whales.
탁자.
The initials PC have
이게 왜
been
C예요?
crudely burned.
이게 C로 보여?
Sailor's work.
난 아무리 봐도 E로 보이는데.
The initials PC have been crudely
이상하다.
burned.
P 2로
A
보이는데.
sailor's work.
나만 그래? 분명히 2잖아. 아 그래? 미안해. 이 뭐야?
This aroma is familiar, but
나 이거
to
못하는데.
recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
조각들을 움직였어. 아, 어떻게 하는데 이거? 담뱃대. 담뱃대를 어디다 내야 되지? 담배님. 뭔가 된 거 같아. 아니야? 아닌가? 아니야? 뭔가 된 것 같은데? 아닌가? 아니니? 아닙니까? 어디다 대는 거야? 배 맞잖아. 아닌가? 좀 더 돌려야 되나? 돌리고 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 있을 때 잘해. 안 해! 건너뛰어.
Yes, this is a coarse tobacco, quite strong
이렇게 하는
and very
거였군.
popular among sailors. Someone drank from this glass recently. Someone drank from this glass recently. Rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
테아로님 그걸 지금 봤네.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
왜 그랬어요, 여러분님?
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
이유가 뭐야? 왜 그랬어?
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
수첩.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of
JHN. 헐, 대박. 러브님이었어.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
왜 그랬어요? 에? 이유가 뭡니까? 왜 그랬어? 수첩. 침입자가 있었다.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
매복 장소. 이거 PC 게임이에요. 아저씨, 우리 매복해요.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
Lucky.
Why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof. You've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha. So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window,
샐러리
where
먹어요.
we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen,
바삭한
ready
게
your
아니라
pistols.
아삭한
We have a long
소리죠?
night ahead of us.
그냥 먹는데? 마요네즈를 왜 찍어 먹어?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
뭐야? 네, 아삭아삭. 샐러리 맛있어. 수분도 풍부하고 변비에도 좋고. 샐러리 먹는다고, 샐러리. 누가 온다. 뭐?
Shh. Did you hear that?
안 놀랬어? 많이 놀랬죠?
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
어디 다친 데 없어요? 뭐야? 나 가야 돼? 아이씨, 밤이야.
Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our net.
어디 있는데? 아, 여기 있어?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard.
제
Tomorrow,
같은
I'll
발음이죠,
see
저
that you're
같은.
put in front of the judge.
What? But
What?
you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Mistake!
You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are
로보트는
welcome,
장선인데.
Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
제가 왜 범인이라는 겁니까?
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings
네,
are held
뭐
in the
사고 그런 거
evidence
없어.
room.
외국 게임은
Thank
그런 게
you.
없어 거의. 신문실? 아, 나도 발연기 잘하는데. 여기 있나? 어디 갔어? 아, 신문실? 왜 그런 겁니까? 아, 너무 불쌍해 보이는데. 그렇게 쳐다보지 마.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, Did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill
난
anyone.
무고하다고.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
아, 불쌍하게 생겼어. 해진 모자. 잠깐만, 뒤로 이건가? 깃뚫었니? 야해라. 뭐야? 동생 거 뺏어 입었어? 어머, 왜 어쩌다 이렇게 다친 거야? 왜? 아, 이거 이렇게 해야 돼. 더듬는 게 아니라 이렇게 봐야 된다고요. 잠깐만, 밑으로 어떻게 내려가지? 뒤로, 앞으로인가? 뭐야, 아직 다 안 했는데? 뒤로, 앞으로. 신발 보자고, 신발. 아, 이러이 썩을. 아저씨 신발 보자고요, 신발. 야, 임마! 신발 보여달라고. 아, 나, 씨. 값비싼 소재야? 별로 안 비싸 보이는데. 옷깃 안 봤다고? 야인 목덜미.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
Please let me go. 난 억울하다고. 왜 내가 범인이라는 겁니까? 장선 따라해봤는데. 재빠른 행동.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to
왓슨이 어디
oblige.
있는데? 아, 여기 가야 되나? 왓슨 가자. 탐정이 꼭 진지하라는 법은 없잖아. 맛있어.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man?
원숭이.
Morphologically, I mean.
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before.
아니지. 원숭이
On the
실험은
Ripper
너무
case, I
잔인하지.
believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
우리는 탐정이란 보배도 그
One of the harpoons on
해결사라고 해야
the
되나?
cabin should do quite nicely.
이너털시티는 뭐야? 푸죽강
I
갑시다.
need to take a harpoon with me.
망망이다 망망.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
뭐라고? 푸죽강 왜 못 가?
I need to take a harpoon
작살!
with me.
이런 씨. 아 작살 그럼 진작 가져오라 그러지. 똥결련 시키네. 이게 홈즈가 보일 수도 있어요. 뛰어 하나 둘 하나 둘 하나 둘.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
하나 둘 하나 둘. 잠깐만. 아까 내가 이 신발 조사 안 했지. 자기야 발자국 조사하자. 으쌰.
These boots don't match the footprints.
No match. 아, 이제 푸죽관 가야지.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
누구 모델로 한 거지, 홈즈?
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable.
시끄러.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
알았어. 훗! 아니, 또 안 되는 거야? 훗! 이라, 씨. 하나, 둘, 셋, 우차! 왜? 아!
Holmes, I can't believe it. Did you just miss?
이해천 원래 두산이었잖아요. 하나, 둘, 핫! 후차!
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as
팔각도를
hard as
곱혀야
you
돼?
can.
알았어. 하나, 둘, 후차! 아이씨! 된 거야? 아니야? 야, 어떻게 하라고. 오! 아!
Holmes, I can't believe it. Did you just miss?
내가 하고 만다, 야, 씨. 날 무시했어. 아! 됐다.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
비. 강한 왕녀. 강한 악령이면 러브님이 아닌데. 어디 가야 되지? 신문하기. 온 김에 잠깐만. 신문하기? 경찰서 가야 되나? 러브님은 아니자. 완력이 세다고 했잖아요. 그러면 러브님은 아닌데. 이게 나? 홈즈 보이는 게? 돌아. 문 열어. 하나, 둘.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong. What am I doing here?
아이씨,
I've done nothing
너
wrong.
아니야? 신문해야 되는데. 미안해. 별장 가야지. 정말 신문을 하려 했는데. 맛없어. 이렇게 오래 지는 맛이 없구나. 아줌마한테 가자. 아니, 아줌마한테 가. 야! 저기요, 일로. 저기요, 니마. 왔어. 남편은 흡연자였나?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
그랬군.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
증거보호품? 아, 그래? 증거보호품 가래. 단서 확인하기. 사라진 영사초. 정원사는 없다. 아니에요. 아, 경찰서 가야 되겠다. 뭐라고요? 야, 들어가. 자,
These are the suspect's belongings.
반지다. 금 반지야. 얼마나 할까요?
To my friend,
My friend?
and partner, 1883. From R.
Dawson.
Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my
그러니까 그게
archive
없네.
holds
깨물어 보고 싶다.
a pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
수건이다.
A handkerchief with the initials
JHN.
A
러브님인데?
handkerchief with the initials JHN. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
서재 확인하기. 신문하기? 신문하러 가자. 야, 저기요? 문 열고. 하나, 둘. 야, 잠깐. 돌아. 그렇지. 하나, 둘. 금반지 뭐야?
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
잠깐. 반지의 각인.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a
전혀
man of
값비싸 보이지
exceptional
않는데.
wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job.
그런가
And it
봐요.
was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
그래요, 제가 그랬어요.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young
끝이야?
man.
서재 가라 그랬어. 서재. 잠깐만. 예, 재밌어요. 아, 혓바닥 아파. 피곤하면 입안이 허니야. 아, 서재. 너 말고. 자, 서재. 하나, 둘. 자, 여기 서재. 도스. 그랬구나. 망했구나.
Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
깜짝이야. 여기 보면 어떻게 하라고 나와있어. 신문하기. 저지로 가자. 고! 단서. 아이고, 똑같네, 아까랑. 그러니까. 홈즈는 점프는 못하나? 뛰어! 도슨과 넬리가
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan
그랬구나.
disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection
피터
between
캐리가
Peter
죽으네.
Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
미안해. 뭐 어떻게 해야 되지? 나도 던졌잖아요, 나도. 아닌데. 네, 로미님 어서 오세요.
These are the suspects' belongings.
증거 불충분이지? 어디 가라고? 어디를 가라는 겁니까? 연결고리. 너와 나의 연결고리. 타라. 아까 했잖아. 집에 가봐야지. 의사 양반이 누구예요? 얘한테 말 걸어봐야지.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
뭐야, 끝이야? 뒤돌아서. 하나, 둘. 오메. 너와 나의 연결고리. 조사.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
저장이야? 저장 저절로 될걸? 따라.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
저장 저절로 된다고요. 얘는 죽는 게 아니야. 뭐야? 아이고 어지러. 하뜨.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
여기 아니야? 별장 가야 되나? 그럼 어디로 가라고? 발자국 조사했고. 아이씨, 어디 가야 되지? 별장 가볼까? 나, 와, 나, 예, 야, 리. 저 왔어요. 할매 어딨지? 하나, 둘. 나왔어요. 저기요. 나왔다고.
Who could do such a thing?
아니야, 너랑 말하는 거 아니야? 씨, 미안해요. 하나, 둘. 뭐라고요? 아. 하나, 둘.
1883. That's the one I need.
뭐야?
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
왜 갑자기 돼, 이게?
Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been...
러브님이
Log
찢어갔어, 이거.
notes for... There are 3 ways of discovering what happened.
여기 잘했다. 영도 찾아보기. 영도를 또 어디서 찾아보지? 집에 가야 되나? 왜 찢어갔어요? 왜 그랬어? 간사님 2개 스티커 감사합니다. 이걸 어떻게 조사하라는 거야?
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
창문? 하이. 이쁜 언니예요. 유후. 러브님의 스타일. 하이. 어머, 야해.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
아, 들어.
At your service,
꼬질꼬질해.
Mr. Holmes.
순간 이동한 거 봐.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, as his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
네, 곧 가겠네. 경찰서를 가겠네. 똥결로 시키는 것 같아. 차 안에서 담배 피우면 불법 아닙니까? 아니지. 자기 차 안에 괜찮네.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room. At your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
그리고 증거 보관실에 있다고 했어. 들어가. 알았어. 들어가세요. 이슈. 슉슉슉슉슉슉. 슉슉.
These are the suspect's belongings.
이것은
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
9문 반이면 도대체 몇 센치라는 거야?
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
저 쓰레기 봉투는 뭐지? 그럼 신문화로 문을 열고 가로 닫고 문을 닫고 가로 닫고
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
뒤로 흉터가 있어. 들어. 옷. 왜 이게 정원사의 손이지? 불박새. 아까 할매도 있었는데. 아이 무서워라. 왜 정원사의 손이야? 플립 조각? 플립 조각이 뭐야?
That's all for now.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
알았어. 그래, 너는 무고하단다. 그래. 흐흐흐흐 르르르르르르 가야지. 넌 밥 안 먹어?
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition,
네?
orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after
뭐라는
the
거야?
orange reagent.
아니다, 다시다. 초기야. 청색 씨약을 뿌리고 이걸 뿌리고 아닌가? 틀렸어? 맞아? 틀렸어?
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent
주황색이
should
어디
be
있는데?
added after the orange reagent.
안 해. 건너뛰어. 당신 말대로 잘 숨겨뒀어. 하지만 당신 생각해줬으면 좋겠어. 우리끼리 맹세했잖아. 당신을 위해서라면 무슨 짓이든 할 수 있어. 이렇게 빌게. 라고 했어요. 용도 찾아보고 일단 경찰서부터 갈까? 아니다. 저 아저씨 신발이니까 정원사 갔다가 아, 러브님이 쓴 거예요? 뭘 숨겨놨어요? 내 선물? 신발 조사해야 돼. 아까 잠깐만. 신발 조사했었나? 안 했나? 발자국. 아까 으쌰. 우와, 퍼펙트.
Match the footprints exactly.
범인은 바로 너야. 범인은 바로 너야. 히틀러의 발자국. 히틀러의 편지. 아줌마한테 물어볼까? 띠. 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
끝이야? 모른다고? 여기 발자국이랑 일치했는데 왜 거짓말하지? 아들이라고 하기엔 아까 아저씨 너무 늙지 않았어요?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
뻥치지 마.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
산지기 별장에서의
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
왜 갔을까? 정원사. 손질대 정원? 정원사인가? 손질대 정원. 에이씨!
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief.
흠뻑새가 뭐지?
A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
숨겨둔 물건은 뭐야?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? 편지.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink?
My letter.
That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads. But now I know one thing for certain.
방금 갔다
I
왔는데.
must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
알았어. 그래, 너무 무고한 것 같아. 용도 찾아보기. 슝슝슝슝슝슝슝슝슝. 할매.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh, my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
자, 탐정의 눈으로 봅시다. 어이씨, 네가 너무 무섭다, 야. 찾았어.
Let us see what is in this box.
아, 이런 거 하지 마. 아이씨, 또 돌려? 어? 이렇게 하는 건가? 씨발, 아닌데? 아씨, 너 어떻게 돌려? 이렇게 해야 되나? 여기 밑에도 있는데? 일찍 시험이 됐어. 열어. 뭐 어떻게 하는 거야? 오! 됐다. 오! 대박. 열었어.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
내 사랑 리암. 당신은 처음 만날 때부터 자상하기 그지없었죠. 주체할 수 없는 행복을 느끼고 있지만 죄책감이 들어 견딜 수가 없네요. 앞으로가 걱정이에요. 하나님을 어떻게 마주할런지요. 당신을 사랑하지만 하나님 앞에선 맺어진 인연을 버릴 수 없어요. 남편이란 십자가를 짊어지는 것도 그분의 뜻이니까요. 남편이 준 상처도 언젠가는 아물겠죠. 그러니 제 걱정은 하지 마세요. 이렇게 감정을 심어서 내 사랑 리아. 원예 도구? 했잖아. 치킨님 어서오세요. 누구를 심어놔야 되지? 이 아줌마?
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
거짓말쟁이. 편집. 이씨.
Madam,
해답 아니야?
I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
아, 낭만적인 편지.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
불륜이라니.
Here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
다 나가주세요.
Thank you, madam.
혼자 있고
I
싶어요.
wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
그래도 전개 빠르죠.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
끄고. 범인은 바로 너야?
I'm not saying another word.
너 아니야?
What am I doing here?
그럼 어디 가야 되지? 어딜 가야 하지? 용도. 채권 용도. 집에 가야 되나? 참, 이 아저씨 정말 담배 많이 피시네. 담배는 몸에 해롭다고요. 나 때문에 그러나? 답답해서?
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's...
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you,
이면
sir.
얼마야? 설마 2,000원 준 거 아니야? 어이, 정말 짠돌이네.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
오케이. 여기가 홈즈 방인가? 아, 왓슨 방이야? 내 방 어딨어? 저긴가? 내 방, 내 방, 내 방. 내 방. 분명 이렇게 해도 지 맘대로 하겠지? 뭐야? 뭐야? 옷 안 갈아입었어? 선원복장. 오이씨, 징그러. 그래, 이게 좋겠다. 나가기.
Now I can approach Cairns and
Cairns.
see if he recognizes the pouch.
그래, 술집 가자. 따그닥, 따그닥, 따그닥. You? 나 아닌가? No? No, 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 인가?
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
나 이모자 안 썼는데?
Start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
안 돼! 난 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. 넘겨! 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 야, 이씨, 넘기라고, 이씨. 안 돼! 넘겨! 아니, 할 수 있어. 할 수 있어. 아직 안 졌어. 안 졌어! 에이씨.
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to lose another 10 shillings?
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
자, 가가! 훅! 훅훅! 으쌰! 으차 으차 그렇지 그렇지 간다 으쌰 핫뜨 간다 넘어간다 안돼 그러지마 안돼 버텨야 돼 시풍 안해 나
That's the arm that killed 100 whales.
아 이길 수 있었는데
Lose another 10 shillings.
계속한다
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
할 수 없다 나에겐 건너뛰기가 있다 건너뛰기 으흐 이겼어
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
한 번 더 해보자
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
유후 2차 저지 후후 이게 넘겨 으쌰 에이 건너뛰어
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner? Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumours about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too, swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
한 잔 추가.
Tell me,
술 먹여.
and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor.
그래?
The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it.
뭐야?
All
비밀이라면서
this
다
stays
떠들어.
between us. All right?
Of course.
뭐야? 귀걸이 하나만 했어. 묘사. 문신이 있네. 누런 소통이 보여? 별로 안 누런데.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
맞아요. 조사하라.
Here it is.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Okay.
Maybe, if you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
단서를 얻었어. 패트릭 케언즈. 얘 담배 주머니였어.
Care to lose another 10 shillings?
향의 일지. 어디 가서 봐야 되지? 별장? 집? 네. 다 묻었어요. 네, 지도? 이씨. 아니, 그냥 먹었는데?
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
님들을 위해서
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
이쁜 언니 보여드릴까요? 하이. 나 이뻐요? 이쁜 언니.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always My archive. I can always... This is where I keep my post.
헐. 여기 아닌가? 그치. 경찰서 가야 되나? 단서가 부족한데.
I'm not saying another word.
그러시던가.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
너 말 아니야? 그럼 뭐 누구랑 얘기해야 되지?
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
아, 여기 아닌가? 여기 별점? 이걸 어디서 뭘 어디서 조사하라는 거야? 아, 지도? 이거? 으쌰.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
하나, 둘. 아하!
Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
조사가 됐나? 해당 기록. 이걸 어디서 해? 용도. 이거 어디서 찾아보라는 거야? 아이, 나, 이씨. 아, 놔. 이씨. 야, 잠깐만. 지도 좀. 야!
It seems that the garden was well
저기요.
maintained.
자, 그렇지.
Hammerfest. Dundee.
끝이야? 던디. 이것도 아니고 뭐가 남았을까? 이거 조사를 해야 되는데. 저 할매는 아직도 울고 있네. 우우우우 뚜루루루루 뚜루루루 Get
Leave me alone, please.
자꾸 혼자 있고 싶다. 아, 뭐가 남은 거지? 다 돌아봤는데. 아! 잠깐만. 꼬마애도 다 알아봤는데. 집에 가야 되나? 추리술차. 아, 뭘 해야 되지? 그쵸? 뭔가 게임 되게 잘해 보이죠? 아씨. 책상. 책상.
My archive. I can
아니야?
always consult with it.
아씨, 미치겠네.
This is where I keep my... 왓슨 집 뒤지자. 막히는데. 응? Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
이쁜 언니 보여줄게요. 왜 홈즈는 왜 이 아줌마를 맨날 이렇게 쳐다보는 거지? 아우 씨. 아우 쉣. 여기도 아니고. 아, 여기도 아닌데. 이게 뭐 어디지? 어디서 찾아야 되는 거지? 이거 용도를 찾아봐야 되는데. 아. 어제 사건을 아직 안 한 거죠. 경찰서 가야 되나? 아이씨, 미치겠네. 저걸 어디서 봐야 되지? 아! 다시 물품 보관소 가야 되나? 곳에 옷 갈아입었네, 이 아저씨. 으쌰.
These are the suspect's belongings. A pen, nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if...
CP? CP야.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
오호! 단서를 얻었어. 넬리건. 넬리건 신문하러 가야 돼. 비비. 일단 넬리건을 여기 경찰서구나. 가자. 흐흐. 일단 쟤한테 말 좀 걸어보고. 넬리건.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
잠깐. 채권.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
결론을 내리라고? 뭐야, 저 아저씨가 범인이야?